Hey guys, this is the day 10 summary of the Bible in a year. So we did Genesis 19 and 20, Matthew 10, and Psalms 10. So Genesis 19 is God saving Lot. So God sent two angels in the form of men to Sodom, and Lot met them at the gate. And the angels were going to stay in the town square all night to see if Sodom is a bad town or not. And Lot said, no way, you need to come into my house because it's not safe, basically. And they came in, and he started cooking them food, and everybody in the city, all the men, old and young, found out there was people in Lot's house and came to the house and said, we want to know them, which basically means that they wanted to have sex with these dudes. And Lot was like, please don't do this. He for some reason he offers his daughters, which is very strange. He offers his two virgin daughters. He says, I have two virgin daughters. You can do whatever you want with them. Just don't touch these two men, which I think is strange that God is okay with Lot doing this. And like, he's okay with Abraham telling people that it's his sister instead of his wife. Anyway, so Lot is saying, I have these two daughters. I'll give you these daughters. And these people say no. And because you're refusing us, we're going to deal worse with you than we would have with those people. And so then the angels end up pulling him inside and they say, dude, like, you got to get out of this city. You got to get your sons in laws, your daughters, and your wife, and you guys got to get out of this city. And Lot tries to tell his sons in laws, they don't believe him. And then morning comes, and the angels are like, dude, get out of town. And they like force him out of town. And he says, can I at least get to the next town over? And they say yes. And he gets to the next town over, and then God starts raining down on Sodom. And I guess they make it sound like they were running away, and then Sodom or Lot's wife looked back, but it sounds like he had already gotten to another city, and maybe that she was watching Sodom get destroyed or something like this, and so she ends up getting turned into a pillar of salt. Uh, so that happens, and then while Lot is in Zor, he doesn't want to be in the city, so he's staying in a cave with his two daughters, and his two daughters decide to get impregnated by him by getting him drunk two nights in a row, and one after the other. This is strange. And so that was, Genesis 19 and 20. There's also Abraham and Abimelech. That's actually number 20, is Abraham and Abimelech. And so Abraham goes to this king Abimelech, and this is where he says that his wife is his sister again. And Abimelech doesn't sleep with his wife. He gets a dream, and the Lord tells him, like, hey, you're going to get messed up. And Abimelech is like, dude, he told me it was his sister. What are you talking about? And so God is like, yeah, you're right. You didn't sin, so but give her back. And so then Abimelech like goes to him the next day and is like, hey, dude, you told me this is your sister, and then says to Sarah, like, you told me this is your brother. Like, what are you guys doing? So I think it's kind of weird too that God is like letting these guys do this, but then he's also kind of cursing these other people. So anyway, that's Genesis 19 and 20. We've got Matthew 10 is what we have just read. And so now Jesus is talking to his disciples and he's sending them out. And so Jesus has performed all these miracles, and now he has given his disciples the same ability, maybe not the same caliber, but the same abilities that they've all witnessed. So they're able to raise the dead, they're able to cure leprosy, they're able to cure the blind, they're able to heal the paralytics. They can do everything that they could ever dream to imagine for humans. Any sickness, anything that they come across, he says, go fix it, go cast out demons. And so he does this, and he tells his apostles, like, hey, go from city to city, just so you know, you're going to get persecuted, you're going to get chased, people are going to try to drive you out of town, people are going to put you on trial. He's like, don't worry about what you have to say, don't worry about this taking place, because at the hour that this takes place, the Lord is going to tell you what to say. And so that's reassuring. uh, and that is kind of the gist of Matthew 10. And then there's Psalms 10. And Psalms 10 is David kind of saying, Lord, where are you, a little bit. He says, why do you hide yourself is the name of the psalm. He says there's wicked men that like hide in bushes and like prowl on the weak and like just take advantage left and right, and he sees it over and over. And he's saying like, where are you? Why aren't you like, I know you see what's going on. Why don't you do anything about this? And so that's the whole psalm, is him kind of just being like, hey God, like you're amazing and you're tremendous. Why are you letting these people do this? You know? So that is kind of the closing thoughts of the Bible in a Year, day 10. We will be back tomorrow with day 11. Thank you.